What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another edition of the birthday series. Today we're celebrating Ryan Gosling's birthday, so happy birthday Ryan Gosling. I haven't seen Blade Runner 2049, Crazy Stupid Love, and I also haven't seen Half Nelson, so that's another one where he got nominated for an Oscar. I just haven't seen the movie. I know a lot of people love Drive. I have seen it. It just didn't make the list. So coming in at number 5 for me is Alan, his character from Remember the Titans. Now, if you follow the channel for any time, you know that I love Remember the Titans. It's my favorite sports movie of all time. Absolutely adore it, and his character Alan is a really funny character. This is the first Ryan Gosling performance that I ever saw, and he plays a corner, which is the position on defense in football where you're defending wide receiver, and he's not very good at what he does. He gets burned constantly throughout this movie. It's a joke that he's a liability at corner, and that's just a funny tweet that goes around social media, but his performance, it's very funny. Like I said, he doesn't have a lot to do, but he plays kind of this scrawny little kid so well, and his comedy is great, especially when they're singing Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and he's dancing with his shoulders. That's probably my favorite moment from him. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Neil Armstrong from First Man, the 2018 Damien Chazelle movie. And I enjoyed this movie. I didn't love it at all. I've only seen it the one time in theaters, so I need to go back and rewatch it. But I remember thinking that his performance was great. Now, he doesn't have these moments where he's yelling or really full of emotion. He's very subdued in this movie, but I think that works. And he has certain moments where you can just read his eyes and his emotions through not even words. He's just such a great actor from a physical aspect. He captures the persona of Neil Armstrong so well, especially in space when it's just showing his face and madness is happening on screen. But there's also just scenes where he's talking to his wife, played by Claire Foy, and the emotions are just at an all-time high there. You can see that he kind of has struggles as he wants to go to the moon. He wants to do the space thing, but he also wants to be there for his family. And I think that Ryan Gosling just does a really good job in this role. Coming in at number 3 for me is going to be Noah, his character from The Notebook. Now, I just watched this movie for the first time not too long ago, so it's a really fresh performance in my mind, and this is essentially the grown-up version of Alan from Remember the Titans in a weird way, as Ryan Gosling is, again, this country boy who's a little skinny, and he's just a hard worker, and he's trying to get with Rachel McAdams' character. They do have a sweet romance, especially in the first half of this movie. The part that makes this performance so great, though, is how he kind of changes gears in the second act of this movie. He's got a beard in the second half, he's kind of rugged looking, and a little, like, depressed in a sense, as his love life didn't pan out the way it wanted. It's been years. He's kind of waiting, holding on to hope. He's just such a good guy, and you really can't help but like him in this movie. And Ryan Gosling is a likable person, in my opinion, and that's why he plays this so well. You buy into this romance. He's honestly kind of a heartthrob. But coming in at number 2 for me is going to be Luke, his character from The Place Beyond the Pines. Now, I've seen this movie once. It's been a few years, but I remember that his character, who's very prominent in like the first 30 minutes of the movie, was easily my favorite part of this movie. He's playing the moto bandit. He's got like bleached blonde hair, tattoos all over himself, rides around on a motorbike all day, and he does stunts, and he ends up robbing banks, and that aspect of his character was so intriguing to me. This is a role unlike any other I've seen with Ryan Gosling. I mean, just from a wardrobe perspective, the fact that he has the bleached blonde hair, the tattoos, it just doesn't feel like Ryan Gosling, which is something I have to give him credit for. But this character definitely has some internal conflict. His relationship with Eva Mendes's character in the movie is prominent there, as he ends up playing a father figure, and he just wants to make money. And what happens is pretty tragic. If you haven't seen The Place Beyond the Pines, I won't spoil it, but his performance punches you in the gut, and you kind of root for this guy even though he's an outcast in a way. But taking the top spot for me, coming in at number 1, is Sebastian, his character from La La Land, nominated for an Oscar here, and rightfully so. I talked about Emma Stone a lot in the Emma Stone video, so now I get to talk about Ryan Gosling. This is such a relatable character, as he loves jazz, and he feels like jazz is dying. He wants to open a jazz club one day, and that's his dream, and he gets romantically involved with Emma Stone, who's an aspiring actress. So from his point of view, he wants to do the music, you know. Does he want to just make the money and make what's going to be famous, or make what's truly passionate to him? And his involvement with John Legend's band in that movie is a great little character piece for him, as he's making money and he has the life that he wants, but does he really have the life that he wants? It's a struggle that I feel like everyone will face at some point in their life from an artist perspective, and I think La La Land captures it perfectly. Ryan Gosling does such a great job. He actually learned how to play the piano for this movie. The dedication is real, and of course he's a really good dancer. Like I said, love Lovely Night, the dance number that he has with Emma Stone, while the LA sunsets in the background is just gorgeous, and something about his character is so charming to me, the way that he just comes off. I love how he plays Take On Me. That scene's one of my favorites, and honestly, like I said, their romance is just so buyable, so realistic to me, and he's a big part of it. His facial expressions as well at the final two shots when they look at each other. Heartbreaking stuff, and Ryan Gosling, I'm so glad he got nominated for an Oscar. This is like probably his most defining role to me. So yeah, that's going to do it for my top 5 favorite Ryan Gosling performances. What are your favorite Ryan Gosling performances? Let me know in the comments down below. Definitely hit the like button. And what Ryan Gosling movie is your favorite? I'm interested to hear all that stuff. Again, I want to wish a happy birthday to Ryan Gosling. I'm excited to see what he does in the future because I think he has a lot of great roles ahead of him, and we haven't even seen the best of him yet, probably. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already. Stay tuned for future live streams, collabs, Mandalorian videos, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.